Hi there, so this video is on the Surface Pro. This is the Surface Pro 2017, so between the 4 and the 6. What I tell you about this is probably going to be the same for the Surface Pro 6 as well, because they're pretty much identical on the inside. So this one is a screen replacement job, and as you can see, I wouldn't bore you through the details of how you do the screen replacement, but as it was smashed, there is said smashed screen. It is a nightmare, so if you are going to change your own screen, please take your time. Make sure you got the suitable protection. Make sure you got somewhere to sweep off all the excess glass, and check and double check, because it is quite sharp little shards. If you leave them on the floor, they will slice you. Saying that though, you can pull them off with your fingers with the tape, and it doesn't actually hurt that much. I've still got to take this board off. And the reason why I've done this recording is I just wanted to show you that if you are changing your screen, and I'm sure there are other videos out there, this one was done literally 10 minutes ago, and I thought I'd highlight the areas where you've got to be really careful. So, power button here, antenna number 1. Now I've caught it just a little bit, but thankfully it's still intact. Antenna number 2, same again, I started to pull the tape by accident when I pulled the tape up, so I can glue that back down again. If you tear those off, Wi-Fi will work, but it won't be as good. And a good way to test if your Wi-Fi has been affected by these antennas being slightly ripped is walk away from the access point as far as you can go and see if it really starts to struggle compared to what it used to do before, or just compare with your phone. Screen connectors. So as you're taking, if you might be told, if you use the iFixit tools or little things like this, tools like this, dare I say, even tools like this. Great tool, but learn when and when not to use it. As you're coming down here, be careful around here, first. These are fabric, so if you nick these, well, there's no replacement for them, so it just looks a bit ugly. Power button around here, don't be pushing it in really tight and trying to yak things up around here. Power button and volume button. You'll cause yourself no end of problems with trying to get replacements. Here is where, if you're taking the screen off, and good luck to you if you are with the view of putting it back on again, the amount of times that I've gone down here, pulled and then cut the cable, so over there you'll notice that there's a bit missing. That's actually I want to say the digitizer cable ribbon that connects to this board here. If that gets cut for whatever reason, you lose your touch, which is a real pain in the bottom. Now, giving you a bird's eye view here, the only time you'd probably want to connect and open up this box is if your Surface Pro 6 isn't charged, 5 or 6 isn't charging, or you want to swap the battery out. So around this area here, just be really careful. Don't go in too deep at all, because as you can see, it's so easy just to catch that little tiny cable there, and it's game over. And you can see there's not really a lot of clearance from where the screen is to the actual taping down or gluing down of the actual ribbon itself. Patience. That's the one thing you're gonna have to take away from this video, patience. On this side here, as you're coming around here, that is actually, that ribbon goes into here. That's your power cable. So this is what you need to power it and to get a basic view. So if you want to be able to see the screen, use it as a Surface laptop, arguably without touch ever again, just connect him in. If these are broken, well, you've lost your touch. So that one's power. Round here is a charge connector. I don't think you could do any damage to that by doing anything too close to it. Again, round here, your camera dock. Not your camera dock, sorry, your ribbon for the other speaker, the right-hand speaker. These boxes, completely unserviceable in my mind, other than battery. And if your box doesn't charge, you can replace this fairly easily, and it will hopefully charge back up again. You can tell this is a problem really if you plug the connector in and it's a little bit temperamental, or it stopped charging completely. Just change this component out here. You can pick them up on eBay and get your zoom in so you can see the part number itself. But it's effectively just the charging port. That's easy to swap. There's a few screws. I'm not going to take this one out. CPU's under here. Again, on this generation, there's no reason for you to touch it. With this being an i5, there's no fan as well, so it's pretty boring. Last thing for me to do is, when you take these out, don't forget this little friend here. You see it? I'm assuming that's the camera flash. So I just pop him back in. And now this is ready for a new screen. I may do another video on how to connect your new screen. It's pretty straightforward enough. What I'll do is, in fact, that's my overview of the Surface Pro 5, and to be fair, the Surface Pro 6. I'll do another video for how to reconnect your new screen up. Thanks for watching.